ever met a woman who walks into a room and it's like the air shifts, but nobody notices her? A woman who carries the weight of her entire world on her shoulders and still somehow shows up with her hair brushed, her clothes clean, and a quiet smile that's become more armor than expression. I'm talking about a woman who wakes up every morning and doesn't hear her phone buzz. No good morning text, no missed calls, no group chats waiting for her thoughts, her laughter, her opinions. A woman who hasn't had someone check on her in weeks, maybe months, and yet when you see her, she doesn't look broken. That's the kind of strength we don't talk about. That's the kind of pain that doesn't get poems written about it. That's the kind of woman we forget exists. The woman with no friends. She is the woman who remembers everyone's birthday but never gets a card on hers. The one who knows how to comfort others but hasn't felt the warmth of being comforted herself in years. She is the one who claps the loudest at everyone else's victory, all while silently nursing her own wounds in the dark. She's not bitter, not jealous, just invisible. And invisibility, it doesn't scream. It doesn't shout. It lingers. It sits on your chest when you lie awake at 2 a.m. wondering why no one thought to include you. It stares back at you from empty inboxes and unanswered messages. It follows you to dinners where you sit alone, laughing quietly at conversations that aren't yours to join. It is the slowest heartbreak, the kind you can't even cry about because you don't want to seem dramatic. The world doesn't know how to grieve a woman who's simply lonely. Let me tell you something, this kind of loneliness, it doesn't start all at once. It builds. It creeps in slowly, like water under a closed door. First, one friend gets busy, then another starts a family. Someone else moves away. Maybe someone misunderstood her. Maybe she was too honest, too open, too intense. Maybe she was the one who always showed up, always gave too much, and over time, people forgot how to give back. She was dependable, so they depended on her until they didn't need to anymore. And that's when it starts. The slow fading, the unanswered texts, the canceled plans, the sudden silence. And when the silence grows loud enough, it changes her. She starts questioning herself. Maybe she's too much or not enough. Maybe she talks too deeply when people just want small talk. Maybe her laughter is too loud or her truth's too uncomfortable. She starts editing herself piece by piece, softening her voice, smiling more, asking less, all in the hope that someone, anyone, might stay. But here's the truth. She shouldn't have to shrink herself to be worthy of connection. She shouldn't have to become less just to be seen. A woman with no friends isn't a tragedy because she's alone. It's a tragedy because of what it says about the world. That we still don't know how to hold space for a woman who's not always cheerful, always available, always easy to digest. That we still don't ask about the quiet ones. That we still celebrate independence as long as it looks like silence. But let me tell you, independence born out of necessity is not freedom. It is survival. And this woman, she is surviving. Yet somehow, despite the ache, despite the silence, she still wakes up. She still pours her coffee. She still gets dressed. She still shows up to her job, to her responsibilities, to her life. She still offers kindness. Still answers the phone for people who never call her first. Still roots for others, even when she has no one rooting for her. That right there is divine resilience. That is sacred. That is strength you can't teach. She walks through this world with an open heart in a closed-off society. And I think that deserves more than pity. I think that deserves reverence. Because she is not weak. She is not broken. She is not less than. She is powerful. You see, the world has fooled us into thinking that connection is a measure of worth. That the more people you have around you, the more lovable you must be. But love isn't always loud. Sometimes love is the quiet way she takes care of herself when no one else will. The gentle way she speaks to herself in the mirror, trying to unlearn all the ways she was taught to believe she wasn't enough. Sometimes love is persistence. Sometimes love is breath. And she's still breathing. And maybe, just maybe, she's not friendless. Maybe the universe has just cleared the room. Maybe life is waiting to fill her space with people who can actually see her. People who don't take advantage of her kindness or disappear when she needs them most. People who will show up at her door unannounced just to make sure she's okay. People who know how to sit in silence with her and still make her feel heard. It's not too late. It's never too late for new beginnings, for deeper connections, for healing. And I want her to know that. So if you are that woman, if you are sitting in the audience or at home or in your car, hearing this and thinking, that's me, I want you to know something. You are not forgotten. You are not unlovable. You are not too much or too little. You are just waiting on your people. And sometimes that wait is long and cruel and feels like forever. But please don't harden. Don't let this world steal your softness. Don't let loneliness convince you that you are the problem. You are not the problem. You are the proof that true strength is quiet, that real beauty is often overlooked, that the rarest souls are the ones that feel invisible until the right eyes find them. You deserve people who clap when you walk into the room, who ask you how you're doing and actually want to hear the answer, who remember your favorite song, your favorite flower, your favorite way to be loved. You deserve friendship that doesn't feel like a favor. You deserve to be chosen, not tolerated. You deserve to be seen without having to perform for attention. But more than that, you deserve to believe all this even before it arrives, even before the doorbell rings or the phone lights up or the invitation is sent. You deserve to hold space for your own worth, to know it deeply, intimately, without needing proof. There is no shame in being without friends. The shame is in a world that doesn't know how to see women beyond their usefulness, beyond their ability to please, to give, to entertain. The shame is in a culture that rewards noise but punishes depth, that praises popularity but ignores quiet brilliance. But here you are, still standing, still loving, still hoping. That hope, that's your superpower. That hope is what keeps the soul alive. So tonight I speak to you, the woman with no friends. I speak to your silence, to your sacred stillness. I see you, I honor you, and I believe in a world that's still worthy of you, even if it hasn't proven it yet. You are the kind of woman they write about long after you're gone, the kind of woman whose absence is louder than most people's presence. You are the kind of woman the world doesn't understand until it needs you. And maybe that's your magic. Maybe you're not meant to blend in. Maybe you're here to teach the world what real presence looks like. Quiet, steady, unapologetically whole. And in the meantime, hold on. Hold on to yourself, to your dreams, to the small joys, to the hope that tomorrow just might look a little different. And when it does, when you find your tribe, your people, your light, don't ever forget the woman who survived without it. She is your foundation. She is your proof. She is your power. Because a woman with no friends is not a woman without value. She is a woman who hasn't been truly seen yet. And when she is, when the right eyes find her, the world won't just see her, they'll feel her. They'll know her strength, and they'll never look away again. Thank you.